It's time for a playoff edition of Key Matchups. I'm Alex Barth. He is Evan Lazar. This is the Fox Bear Report, brought to you by 1 in 100. If you're looking for cheap tickets to Patriots, Celtics, or Bruins games, you've got to check out 1in100.co today. They can get you in the building for the price of a pizza or an ice cold beer. Again, that's 1in100.co. Check them out today. All right, Evan, playoff time, key matchups.
Here we go.
A lot of focus
Our
along the
weekly
line.
segment coming big in the playoffs.
Well, you know what they say. In the playoffs, you don't want to change anything, right? Philip Rivers told us this week that you just kind of want to keep it business as usual.
The same,
And as is usually the case on key matchups, I commend you for not changing during the playoffs. You're looking in the trenches.
In the trenches, this game's going to be won and lost on the line of scrimmage. We're both going there. I think everybody wants to talk about the sexy matchups on the outside with Keenan Allen and Stephon Gilmore, Mike Williams. It's going to be the interior. It's going to be the line play. I'm going Trey Flowers in the middle. I think the Patriots rush him a lot in the interior to kind of get some pressure in Philip Rivers' face. The edge pressure, he's a lot like Tom Brady. He can kind of navigate around that kind of stuff. The pressure in the face, Dan Feeney, Mike Pouncey, Michael Schofield, not exactly the best trio inside there. Pouncey's a good player, but he's had kind of a down year this year. I expect Trey Flowers to line up a lot in that interior in some of the different looks that we've seen them do over the last couple of weeks, especially that playground defense where he's kind of the only guy with the hand in the ground. The games where the Patriots defense has really struggled, Trey Flowers and Stephon Gilmore have not been at their best. Tennessee, Pittsburgh was more Trey Flowers than Gilmore. Those are kind of the games that the defense has really struggled in some vein. That's because Trey Flowers hasn't been getting after the quarterback. They need him to do it on Sunday. All
right, I'm going to go on the other side of the ball and on the edge. Melvin Ingram, Joey Bosa, we've been talking about them all week. These are the kind of guys that generally give the Patriots nightmares. So I could talk about
everybody nightmares.
That's true. I could talk about the tackles, Trent Brown, Marcus Cannon, who, they've been good, but they haven't necessarily finished the season as strong as they started it, which is why I'm looking at the guys who are going to be giving them help, namely Dwayne Allen. You can throw Rob Gronkowski and Steven Anderson in here too, but Dwayne Allen, although he stretches with the tight ends, wears 83. This is why he's here. He's an extra tackle. He is the Daniel Graham of this team. His job is to help out whichever one of those guys it is that needs help with either Bosa or Ingram and slow down that pass rush on the outside. Maybe some check and release. Maybe he catches a ball or two in this game as well. But I think the tight ends, you want to throw James Devlin in, fine. You can throw him in too. But specifically Dwayne Allen against Bosa and Ingram, he needs to help slow down that pass rush and against the run, help set the edge and get those running backs to the outside, or it's going to be a long day for the Patriots. Evan, you said in an earlier video we did, the Patriots have a set of plays they like to run, which are max protect. They'll go play action, have maybe only 2 or 3 receivers. I think we see a lot from the Patriots, a lot of that from the Patriots early, keeping 2 tight ends to block on passing downs, using James Devlin and a running back to block on passing downs, and then when you kind of get the defense biting up on that play action, you can start leaking those guys out later on, check and release, and maybe they get lost in the flat and that kind of thing.
And to that point, the Chargers play a lot of cover 3. Belichick telling me today a lot of post-safety looks. The post-safety look, get those deep crossers going. That's how you beat post-safety, right? You get those big crossers and those Yankee concepts. Think about that touchdown to Chris Hogan against Pittsburgh. That was a max protect situation. They left 8 guys in to protect Tom Brady.
And we know how Chris Hogan, in an invisibility cloak in the playoffs, it comes up. So let's go to that real quick now because it's the playoffs. We got 2 key matchups for you each. When the quarterbacks do have time to throw the ball, who are you looking at?
I'm looking at Julian Edelman and Desmond King. We're talking about an all-pro slot corner in Desmond King versus the slot machine himself, Julian Edelman. When Tom Brady does have time, he's going to have to throw it to somebody. And I also think that the Chargers are going to go a little bit buck a trend here. They're not going to play as much zone in this game, I think, than they usually do, especially than they did last year in that game where they are 42% of the time playing cover 3 zone. I think in this game, they play a little bit more man-to-man because really the Patriots are very good at scheming open situations against zone coverages where they know the zone tendencies, the zone rules, and they're going to run guys and flood concepts and stuff of that nature, crossing patterns, leaking the running back out of the backfield into flats. I think that there's going to be some one-on-one situations in the secondary for the Patriots. Somebody's going to have to win. I don't know if it's going to be Gronk. I think it's going to be Julian Edelman, but he has a very tough matchup.
And then on the other side of the ball, I'm pretty confident in Stephon Gilmore in this game. He's a guy that's elevated his play in the playoffs. I think he takes away Keenan Allen. I don't think Keenan Allen does very much. But you talk about the 2 Williams, and as Bill Belichick reminded us, there are 2, Mike and Tyrell. I think whichever one J.C. Jackson draws, he's got to step up and take one of those guys away because I don't know if he's getting the double coverage help in this game. I think they have a lot of trust in him.
Yeah.
So whichever Williams he ends up on, we were talking off the air, Tyrell, Mike, whoever it is, J.C. Jackson's got to take that guy away. So I'm looking at J.C. Jackson's undrafted rookie, chance to make a name for himself in the playoffs. This is a huge game for him. I would love to see him live up to the hype.
I think that Mike Williams is a nice matchup for him, too, because a lot of Mike Williams' catches come in these contested jump ball situations where he can use that 6'2",
and we've seen Jackson in jump balls.
Great tracking the ball in the air, and also great at kind of pulling at arms and pulling at the ball late once it comes down to him against Juju.
Right, yeah.
And it's a very similar matchup, although Juju's a much different player than Mike Williams. I think it's a similar fashion in that respect. So I think that this is a big game for J.C. Jackson. Those ball skills are going to be put to the test.
All right, any key matchups that we missed, let us know in the comments down below.
A lot of good ones in this game.
Or, this is really, again, we talked about it in all the videos today. And since this is the last video we're doing, I'm just going to say it again. This is going to be a great football game.
Yeah.
This is not the tomato can game for the Patriots. This is not a walk. If they walk through the Chargers, I don't want people talking about the Chargers being a tomato can team.
Yeah.
I don't want people talking about it being another easy divisional win for the Patriots. This is a bona fide football team they are playing. If they walk through the Chargers like they do the Texans or Colts, this is a legitimate Super Bowl team we see. That being said, walking through the Chargers, far from easy.
You're walking the walk right now, but they got to go out there and talk.
We will see if they do on Sunday. This has been the Foxborough Report, brought to you by 1-in-100. If you're looking for cheap tickets to Patriots, Celtics, or Bruins games, check out 1in100.co today. For Evan Lazar, I'm Alex Barr. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the game, everybody.